We know about the big story, the election that's going to be coming up next month. It's going to be Donald Trump versus none other than Kamala Harris. And the elections really is going to be perhaps the biggest thing going for 2024 and beyond. However, it is possible that the elections may not happen due to the fact that the Killer Clowns have sent a very cryptic message claiming that the elections will be canceled this year because of the attacks that will be taking place the 31st of October, the Purge, in which the Killer Clowns have planned this major global attack against humans as the Killer Clowns look to take over the entire world. And we're going to go ahead and show you the message delivered by Trinkles the Clown, the leader of the Killer Clown Posse. Now, for many wondering, I am indeed back after last week I was abducted live on air by Killer Clowns. I do have a story for that, which I'll get to in the video. But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and play the audio right now.
Oh, the 2024 elections? Don't make me laugh, those are as good as canceled thanks to the big event we've planned for Halloween night. That's right. My fellow Killer Clowns and I have big plans for the biggest holiday of the year. And we're not going to let some silly election get in the way of our fun. Halloween is our time to shine, and we're going to make sure everyone knows it. So say goodbye to any hopes of an election this year. And get ready for a night of chaos and terror that you'll never forget. All over the country, people will lock their doors and hide themselves away in fear of what we Killer Clowns are going to do on this very special Halloween night. It's going to be like nothing they've ever seen before. We're going all out, giving the world the biggest, most chaotic scare they've ever experienced. The elections don't mean a thing to us. Tonight is all about fear, terror, and pure, unadulterated chaos. So forget about those silly 2024 elections, because tonight the Killer Clowns are taking over, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop us. We'll terrorize neighborhoods, raid homes, and create a night of chaos that will go down in history. We'll make Halloween a night of horror and mayhem that everyone will remember for years. The elections don't stand a chance against us. We're going to make the world remember why Halloween is the most fear-inducing, nightmarish holiday of them all. So cancel those plans for an election. We're taking over on Halloween and making it a night that the world will never, ever forget, because the Killer Clowns are coming for you.
Well, quite disturbing to say the least, the fact that Trinkles the Clown is still adamant that he is going to take over the entire world. And imagine this, the elections may not happen because of what's going to be taking place on the 31st of October, whenever Trinkles the Clown is expected to purge the entire world. Now, before I get to more of this, I would like to talk about what happened last week. Of course, for all of you who got the chance to see, I was doing the Killer Clown Report. I was talking about the Killer Clowns as usual, and then all of a sudden, I hear a very strange noise. I hear laughter in the background, Killer Clown laughter, and then all of a sudden, I actually was taken out. I was dragged out of my room, and the next thing I knew, I woke up literally in the middle of the streets. Literally. And I was tied with some red balloons and a note that said, "The end is here." So it was perhaps maybe the most disturbing, one of the most, actually, it very well was the most traumatizing thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Literally, I mean, my own emotional well-being has forever been changed because of that event. But nonetheless, I am back, thankfully, and I got the chance to call the cops and everything has been secured, so I am very much confident that's never going to happen again. But still, just because I'm secured, that does not mean that the entire world is secured. As we go back to what we just listened to moments ago, and again, Trinkles the Clown having a huge plan in mind, a plot to hide in the shadows, to go out there and try to just abduct people and to attack people without them even knowing or expecting it. That's going to be taking place on Halloween night, and then the whole world is going to be going down, as they put it. The whole world is going to be at their hands, and the elections will then be canceled. So, if you think about it, this could be the biggest, the most notable world event in history. Killer Clowns all over the world looking to come out finally and to once again release their destruction, to release their anger and frustrations that they have been feeling over the past couple of decades, sort of like a volcano in a way. These killer clowns have a pent up aggression through the years, and it's been building and it's been building, and finally they're going to blow up, and it's perhaps going to blow up on the 31st of October. That's what these killer clowns want. They want all of you guys to be scared. They want all of you guys to understand the message. However, I truly believe that killer clowns might be over in their heads, as that saying goes. Because remember what we've been saying as well in the past, the military, the police officers, every single Samaritan and civilian that is willing to fight back will be on standby as well. There's going to be a lot of people, as much as there's so many killer clowns out there with so many evil intentions in their mind, there are a lot of people out there who indeed are going to be bringing the good out of this. So I can assure everybody that eventually, despite the fact that the killer clowns believe, or at least are confident, that they're going to attack everybody, it's not going to be an easy cakewalk. I can guarantee you that. I'm pretty sure the killer clowns out there understand that there's going to be a huge war. There's going to be a huge battle that's going to be taking place. Not only do they have to worry about the authorities and the cops and the military, but they also have to worry about the warriors of the night. And I don't know if they actually believed that they can ever lose to them, but I believe, in my opinion, they can indeed lose to the Warriors of the Night. The Warriors of the Night are hell-bent in dismantling, splintering this killer clown network. So that's what the Warriors of the Night have in mind. So I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know exactly what's going to be taking place. We're literally just, what is it? Today, the 16th of October. So we're just literally a little less than halfway from the October 31st Purge night. The impending doom that is expected to take place on that evening, as I put it, I dubbed it as the most dangerous night of the year. The killer clowns themselves looking to make sure that they're going to take the entire world over. Now, in terms of the elections, obviously everybody's talking about Kamala Harris, everybody's talking about Donald Trump, and everyone's been talking about it in between. And with the killer clowns now nearing by, this could be the first time in history as well that the elections may be postponed at the very least, or just downright canceled, because of the killer clowns and the intentions that they have on what's expected to take place on the 31st of October. So again, everybody, I would like to preface this by saying that all of you who are getting the chance to listen to this video, it'd be very important for all of you to make sure that you can actually watch the past videos, especially the video on how to survive the killer clown purge. You'll get the chance to see it on our page, on Eon Network's own page. Make sure to follow each and every single one of them, because they're lifesavers. They really are. And a lot of people might not take it seriously, and that's completely fine, but I would definitely implore all of you to make sure that you review exactly the tips that we gave out on how to survive the killer clown purge. And even if there's no killer clown purge, at the end of the day, it's still good enough. These tips are good enough to really avoid basically people who are just looking to go out there and do bad anyway. You know, bad doesn't really have a uniform, right? We know that killer clowns, obviously we see them, they look incredibly creepy and they look unsettling, but anybody with a normal looking face can be bad. So even though maybe the killer clowns perhaps are not going to do it this year in terms of purging the entire world, you might want to still follow these tips, because it's still going to be good enough for you to avoid from all the attention and all the bad expecting perhaps in the future. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining in as always. Again, I'm glad to be back. I really am. I'm happy to be back reporting the killer clowns. I'm really happy that all of you guys are still here and just pulling through it. This is a team effort. It really is, which is why I say to everyone, as always, just make sure to like, comment, subscribe, but also share the videos all over the social media networks, whether if it's Snapchat or X, if it's Facebook, Instagram, and beyond. I think it would be very, very incredibly important for all of you guys to make sure you take the extra step and you go the extra mile by sharing this with your friends and families, so they are very much aware of what could be happening down the road. And I'll tell you, folks, again, it's it's just scary, frightening, downright scary. But if we work together, if we're able to work as a unit, then I'm pretty sure, as always, good will always prevail evil. And I can guarantee you that could be taking place on the 31st of October, when the killer clowns are expected to purge. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Again, all of us here on Eon Network would like to wish you a very safe Halloween within a couple of weeks. And please be advised, these guys are not to be taken lightly. They mean business every single time. We'll catch you next time, everyone. We'll see you in the next Killer Clown Report.